All right, guys, today we're talking about being happy on your own. Is it possible? If so, how to do it? And honestly, quite frankly, why it's complete and utter bullshit. Biggest pet peeve of the spiritual world and self help development. You gotta be happy on your own. You gotta be happy on your own. Honestly, yes, it's true. I'll explain. But no, it's not true. If a baby were placed in the middle of the street, would it live or die? We are a pack creature. We are a community species. We need other people to survive. All right. And the biggest point of reference I have for you guys is there's four main hormones for happiness. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphin. Three of those four are released on your own, activities that are under your control and yours alone. One of them, oxytocin, is only released if someone else, which can include a pet, but if another living being is involved. That means your highest happiness on your own, you must be happy on your own. Your highest happiness is literally 75%. The highest grade you can get if you don't have meaningful, deep connections, either with a pet or other people, is a fucking C, guys. A fucking C. And that's if you're doing the other three 100% appropriately. So dopamine, that's that reward kind of, did you complete a task, that reward one. So yeah, dopamine's released if you eat sugar, but other ways to get that, did you complete a task? You know, that's why sometimes people say make your bed when you first wake up in the morning, because you start off with I just did something, a little feel good, you know? That's when you do self-care things, and self-care is not always about going and getting a massage, pampering yourself. Self-care is sometimes, did you meditate today? Did you eat some veggies today? Did you go on a walk? Okay, but when you complete a task, when you do self-care things, making like a gratitude list, right? Because it makes you focus on appreciative things or satisfying things in your life, which makes you feel happier. But you also completed the task, and the task was a self-care task. If you listen to upbeat music, dopamine's also released. You can Google if you want more ways to release that. Serotonin, that's the one that just kind of helps your mood stabilize. So if your emotions are up and down, you want to do activities and things that help you release serotonin. And honestly, guys, that one's kind of a big deal, because that's serotonin is mainly released from the microbiome in your gut, and 90%, okay, don't quote me on the numbers, I'm not a scientific person, but from my understanding, what I've read is that 90% of your serotonin is actually released from your gut, not your brain. And your gut can only create serotonin if you get, oh, I forgot if it was vitamin K. I forgot the micronutrient is, but on the macro level, eat spinach, a handful of spinach a day, because then your gut at least has all the micronutrient it needs to stand a chance to make all the serotonin you need. So serotonin's released if you eat the good veggies. God, I think it's vitamin K. I'm not sure. Just a handful of spinach, guys. This is if you get out in nature, if you get sun, vitamin D, exercise, meditate. Endorphin, that's when you're laughing. Exercise can also help release endorphin. That's like the painkiller one. Dark chocolate. Again, you can Google if you guys want more examples, but check it out. You have to be doing 100% at those three if you want to get at the 75% mark of happiness. You have to be utterly perfect in those to get a fucking C. Oxytocin, known as the love hormone, is released when you're playing with a pet, when you're hugging, when you're cuddling, yes, sex, holding hands, companionship, when you're giving compliments to someone, when you're receiving compliments, when you're helping someone, doing acts of service, the love language acts of service, when someone's helping you, that hormone is released. So can you be happy on your own? No, fuck no. No, you cannot be. So that's the biggest bunch of fucking bullshit that I wish the spiritual and the psychology world would just slam down their throats and shut the fuck up about. Okay, so venting over. Now let's go on to, yes, it is correct. The happiness on your own comes from, can you identify your emotions? Can you then safely and empathetic can you keep the other person in mind when you express your emotions? Empathy. So can you express it like succinctly, articulately, accurately, authentically, right? And also with empathy in mind, because you don't want to shame the other person. Well, you hurt me, right? You don't want to do that. So with empathy, with accuracy, with succinct, and can you choose when it's appropriate to share and when it's not appropriate to share? So do you have the self-soothing techniques if it's not appropriate to share? Or can you just recognize, I need someone to listen to me? So the second part of being happy on your own is, can you identify your need? Because sometimes your needs are, I just need someone to listen to my story and witness it and agree with me. In which case, you may not be able to get it from the person who hurt you. Can you identify your emotions and then your need and then find an appropriate place? Therapists are fucking great for that. You literally pay them to listen to you and to validate you and to witness you go through emotions, right? So identifying your emotions on your own. You have to be able to identify your emotions, and you got to keep it simple. Emotions are not complicated. It's not this long, drawn out, winded story, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, right? That's someone who doesn't know how to identify how they feel, and that's just wanting to be heard and listened to. So keep it simple. The 4 base emotions are happy, sad, fear, and anger. Can you go, well, that just made me really sad? From there, you might start branching out from the 4 base human emotions to, actually, I just feel really disappointed, right? Because think of it this way. When someone goes, oh, I can't make it tonight, someone who's in the mindset of, I must be happy on my own, will be, oh, that's okay. I must be happy on my own. So go do your thing. I'm not going to be needy or clingy, right? But that just leads to this person going, oh, they weren't needy on me. That means they're not clingy and they're happy on their own. They're doing it right. Doesn't that sound like the ego? They're doing it right by the checklist of how they say it should be done. And then the person is, look at me, I'm happy on my own. See, I can redirect and focus on something else. That sounds like you're bypassing, spiritual bypassing, emotional bypassing, depends if you're spiritual or more into psychology. But you're bypassing your own emotions, because check out this scenario. If you just go, oh, babe, something came up. You're going to go play poker with the boys. Oh, and then you're like going towards them. You're holding their hands. So you're releasing that oxytocin hormone. Going, oh, babe, oh, I'm going to miss you tonight. And then you're kissing their cheek a little. And you're going, I'm going to miss you tonight. Placing your head on their chest. Love, affection, warmth. Expressing your desire for the other person and saying, oh, I'm sad. I put in my mind that we're going to watch a movie tonight. I'm just disappointed we won't be able to spend that time together. Then the other person can be holding your head, caressing and going, I know, babe. We'll make time to watch that movie though. Then kissing your head. Now you're both releasing oxytocin like crazy. You're authentically expressing yourself. So you're now connecting, and your partner could say the validation of your emotions. Like, I can understand why you're disappointed if you built that up in your head, babe. Right? Kissing your head and going, I'm sorry to disappoint you. And it's like, well, it's okay, baby. We'll have fun with your friends. I'll go do something else. But let's make time to watch that movie, yeah? Now what went from 2 people being frigid, ice cold, well, I'm happy on my own and I have my own life. I need you not to be needy. I had something come up fun, so you need to be happy on your own. And even though I unexpectedly dropped a bomb on you last minute and didn't pre-plan, you need to be happy on your own so it doesn't even disappoint you. Do you guys just hear how fucking robotic that is? And then the other person just being, okay, well, I'm happy on my own. I'm not dependent on you. I'm not needy on you. Guys, when you're in a romantic relationship, when you're in a friendship, you do get most of your companionship needs met by them. So I hope I kind of explained the 2 different, do you want to be the frigid icebox, I'm happy on my own, or do you want to be the, oh, damn, you can't go hiking today? You're burned out from work? Oh, well, I'm disappointed. I wanted to go and hang out with you. But I already totally understand. I hope you rest up. Can I stop by the store afterwards and pick up anything for you? Do you see how that's more loving, and there's still expression of love, if not the act of love, right? Versus the, oh, you can't go hiking today? Okay, well, I have other friends I could call. Let me go call them. Okay, bye. There's no bonding and connecting there. Okay. So that's why you want to be able to identify your emotions, because then you'll be able to go, oh, I'm sad. Now both that you feel loved, they feel loved. You need to know how to express it succinctly, not a fucking hour, not even 30 minutes, honestly, not even 10 minutes. The example I gave you, it took a minute. Oh, I'm sad and disappointed I don't get to cuddle and snuggle with you tonight. But you have fun with the boys. Let me know if you won. Good luck, slugger. I'm gonna pop open some wine and read my book. Do the timer. That was less than a minute. Okay. So appropriately. Sometimes if the other person is maxed out emotionally, it's not appropriate to share how you feel. It's just like, okay, he's overwhelmed right now. And like, yeah, I'm sad because in my head, I built this expectation we're going to watch a movie together. But he's a little overwhelmed right now. Like, okay, babe, go have fun with your friends. Then you get to choose, because then we go to step 2 for happiness on your own. I'll repeat it. Can you identify your emotions succinctly and simply? And then can you express it succinctly and appropriately? The step 2 is, can you identify what your need is to feel better? And then can you go to the appropriate place for that, or have more than one option for it, right? Because if you have a need for connecting and bonding and like watching a movie with someone, if your main partner's not available, do you have other people that you could call? Right? So it's not about not needing your partner or not wanting to spend time with them, but it's just about recognizing that they're going to meet anywhere between 60 to 80% of your needs, depending on the type of relationship you want with your primary partner. And then, like, can you build an outside social network outside of them? I just see way too many people going, oh, well, my partner says I need to not need him so much. I need to not need him so much. But in reality, when I hear the breakdown of their story, it's like, wait, so you haven't gotten a fucking hug from your partner in a week? Why are you with them then? That's not a relationship. That's an avoidant. If y'all are into attachment theory, that's an avoidant. That's someone who wants you around when they want to come give you love. They're like, hey, I'm home, babe, and I'm emotionally available. Come give me a hug. Oh, you need something from me? Why are you so needy? I see too many people being that frigid icebox. Guys, relationships and community are just 25% of your happiness. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to be a C, or do you want to have a chance to get an A? So open up emotionally a little bit. Recognize that you do need people. Recognize that it is okay to pick a primary partner where you do genuinely like spending 60 to 80% of your time with them. If you don't want a primary partner, then be fine with being friends. That's okay too. This is not a video to convince you to have a primary partner or to have a love partner or romantic partner. It's a video to let you know that, like, it's okay to admit that you care about people, that you're disappointed when you don't get to hang out, that you're like, hey, I'm really craving and needing some connection time with you, right? Because there's a difference between the needy, clingy person who's, well, I've identified how I feel and I need XYZ from you and you must meet all my needs. Or the other person who's, I don't know how I feel since you're my primary partner, you're responsible for helping me figure it out. That's the person who will blab on for an hour and then, like, you can say back in one sentence how they feel. Are those a little needy and clingy? Everyone's going to have their own definition. That is probably the more common stereotypical image that we have of it. You like become so dependent on someone that they're the only person who can meet that need. Yeah. A primary partner will most of the time meet that need, and that's okay. If a pet dies and you need a little bit more cuddle time with your primary partner, that is okay. If they can't cuddle you a little bit more since you're going through this emotional thing, I would encourage you to reevaluate your primary partner. Let's see, is there anything else you guys need to know? Okay, let's go back to, it's not a video to advocate getting a primary romantic relationship, but it is a video to help you become aware that you can't be 100% happy on your own. The part that you're responsible for is emotion and needs, and then choose how to appropriately express them and how to appropriately get that need met, and have more than one option for how to get that need met. You've done everything on your own to be as happy as you possibly can be on your own. From there, it's about seeking out partnerships, friendships, relationships, business partners, where there's a lot of overlapping compatibility. Because that's the point of being in a relationship where it's two independent people. I don't need you. I don't need you. Be happy on your own. Be happy on your own. You're not doing it right. If you need me, that means you're not happy on your own. Your dog just fucking died. You need a hug. We're a pack community creatures. It's normal to want comfort. What do kids do when they cry? They go get a hug from mom. Once they're comforted, do they go venture out again? Yes. Right? What's the point of that relationship? Don't need me. Hey, why do you need a hug from me? Shouldn't you be happy on your own? Shouldn't you have your own friends? Guys, what about hey, we for the most part are happy. We have our own needs. We have our own other friends. We have some activities we can do together and some with other people, right? But then there's this core overlapping part where we are each other's like primary friendships. It's just about being okay with that, and that You need people in your life. You can't be 100% happy on your own. You're going to be numb and void and doing this self-beating yourself up for, why am I not happy? I need to be happy on my own. I'm not going to get into a relationship or have good friendships because I'm not happy on my own, and be happy on my own first. And you go in this downward spiral of self-perpetuating loneliness when, yes, you need a friend. Yes, you want to celebrate your successes with someone. Hey, just got a promotion. Hey, my boss just gave me this compliment. Hey, just had this good thing. That's normal to want to share and express that with someone. As well as, dude, my mom just died. I'm kind of just needing someone to like sit on a phone with me for a while. Or can you just come over and watch a movie with me? I don't want to talk, but just I don't want to be alone right now. That's normal to express that stuff. All right, love you guys. Hope this helped. Write any questions or comments down below in the comments. I'll come back and make you an extra video. Love you guys. Bye.